right, y'all. Today, listen, I just got off work. So, y'all know that if you rock with me before, you know that, by the time I get home, I am exhausted. But I felt the need to go live about this, y'all. Like, it's getting real crazy out here, guys. It's getting real interesting out here in these internet streets. It's wild because I don't even consider myself like a huge content creator. Like, I just consider myself I don't know, I share stuff. I guess you would consider me a content creator. But there's a girl, she's a pretty big content creator on here. And I love her content. It's really dope. And she did a live today, and like the people that were closest to her are trying to sabotage her. People she trusted to help her with her, like, manage her pages. That's why I talk so much about paying attention and listening to your intuition. And the crazy part is, sis says she knew something wasn't right. That's why I talk about what I talk about, because we need to really, like, trust ourselves for real. Okay? Trust yourself. Don't second guess yourself. And I feel for her because, these are people that were very close to her that were helping her with her page, manage her social media pages. And she's a big content creator, okay? She got a lot of followers. She does a huge following. But it's a lesson. Like, when I look at what people go through, I don't look at it to be like messy. Even all the celebrity stuff going on with people, marriages breaking up, all the stuff going on right now with relationships and just everything as a whole. I don't look at it because I want to be messy. I'm looking at it because I know there's a deeper lesson to be had. And this is my opinion, guys. You could think differently. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to share my opinion about stuff, okay? That's it. And how I'm moving with shit. But I feel so bad. I feel for this girl because it's just crazy. Somebody that she trusted to help her with her page, two people are like trying to sabotage her name. That's why I be telling you guys, be very mindful of the company you keep, fam. I know we don't want to hurt people's feelings. I know I have people tell me all the time. I just put up I got on my YouTube channel. I put up shorts. I put up my content up there all the time, and I even had a comment that stuck out to me. Might have been on here or YouTube. I can't remember which one. Hey, 808. I can't remember which one, but he said he didn't want to hurt people's feelings. Well, fam, if you're choosing to heal, you're not worried about hurting people's feelings. You're worried about healing your trauma and your wounds and being your best version, your highest version, being a better version of yourself. Sometimes we worry about what people think, and we shouldn't even be doing that thing. Sometimes you have to not care to move ahead. Sometimes you can't care because that same person you got so much care for could be stabbing you in the damn back for all you know. Now, I'm not saying this for people to be afraid. I'm not saying this to try to say you can't trust anybody. That's not what I'm saying, okay? There are good people. There are people you can trust, okay? I'm not saying everybody's out to get you, everybody's scandalous. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is trust yourself. Your soul knows, okay? If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right for a reason. The girl said she didn't feel right about it, but she didn't listen to herself. Only to find out that what she felt was real. If she would have paid attention to her intuition, she wouldn't have, she may not have done some of the things she did with these people. You got to understand, guys, especially those of us that are content creators, those of us that have a, growing following. People are going to come. They're going to like your light. They're going to like your energy, right? They're going to love it. And you're going to have people that genuinely like you for real. Like, they really rock with you. But you're also going to have people that really don't fuck with you like that. You got to be the one paying attention to the signs. You got to be the one paying attention to your intuition. You got to be the one taking heed to the signs. Don't be out here being, just, I don't know, y'all. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just telling you how I move. And so far, so good. I ain't had no story of betrayal. I know who to let get close and who not to let get too close. I'm not stupid, fam. I know I'm very kind, and some people take that as, they may think I'm naive and I'm just out here, I ain't paying attention, but I'm far from that. I like that people think sometimes that I don't, it's a good thing. I'm glad some people think I'm just oblivious, but I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. And you can't be either. You should not be either, fam. I don't care if you're a huge content creator or you ain't a huge content creator. Just you as a person. Exactly, Ragnarok. Energy and aura does these gifts so you can use them to protect yourself. I don't talk about this shit because I'm bitter. I don't talk about it because somebody's fucking with me. I talk about it because I've been through it. And you need to be reminded maybe, or maybe it needs to dawn on you that it's really like that. Ragnarok said it, exactly, guys. Energy will never lie, guys. Look at people in their eyes. Look at them. Look at their mannerisms. Look how they talk. You can tell when people genuinely are good people and when they playing a role, fam. Now, it's up to you to really pay attention and trust yourself. And that's what I hope to do, guys, with everything I talk about and everything I so-called teach. I hope that it instills a really thick, good, solid trust within you. Because if you don't trust anybody on this planet, you got to be able to at least trust yourself. If you're the type of person that's second guessing everything, and you letting other people put shit in your head, you can't think on your own, you need somebody to tell you what to do, fam. You need to do some inner work, fam. You need to do some shadow work. And the problem is people ducking and dodging the shadow work. They want to do all the spiritual stuff, but they want to duck and dodge the real shit that needs to be done. Only for the triggers to happen and remind you of what you need to work on. That's why I don't hide from it, fam. I swear to God, I do not hide from it. If something triggers me, I'm going to do my shadow work, fam. I'm about to get to the root. I'm not going to act like I'm just perfect and, I don't need to do anything. I got it. I have done a lot of work, but I understand this thing it's not just one day. You just got it and you're healed, fam. You're going to always have things come up that may trigger something that needs to be worked on. Ragnarok says, yesterday, my left ear had ringing. I was to meet someone. Cancel the guy was planned to scam me. I'm telling you. Ragnarok's telling you. If you get that unsettling feeling in your stomach, listen to it. If something tells you don't do something or don't go somewhere, don't go. And see, people will try to make you feel like you're being paranoid. Like, you're just being paranoid. No, I'm listening to my intuition. I'm listening to my gut. I'm using my intelligence. Whether people want to believe it or not, realize it or not, that is a higher level of intelligence. If you can tap into those things, you are up there in consciousness, because some people don't even pay attention to the shit. And this is no shade, but it's true. Some people it'll be red flags everywhere, red flags galore, and they're not paying attention to any of it. I hear people on here complaining about friendships, complaining about this and that. Well, that's on you, fam. You're letting it happen. Stop letting people do that. Stop letting everybody in your energy. Start vetting people. Okay? I'm just saying, guys, and I'm saying this from a space of love. If you hear me hollering, it's because I'm very passionate about, when I talk about this stuff, it's some passion in that. Because I used to be that girl, just naive and thinking people, seeing all the signs and just, not the way to go. Tammy says, yes, people think I'm cray-cray. I'm not. I feel things. Listen to your gut. I'm telling you, people try to make you feel like you crazy or you tripping, or they'll try to tell you stuff like, you're just being, you're just overreacting. No, I'm not. You can't tell me what I'm doing. First of all, it's me, and this is what I choose to do for me. That's one thing. People, you got to watch people that are always trying to suggest what you need to be doing and telling you what to do. Watch those people, fam. Watch them. The ones that's always trying to deter you from what you really should be doing for yourself. Especially the ones that don't have their shit together, but they try to tell you how to have your shit together. Watch those people. I'm telling you guys, it's really, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot going on out here. But with us being aware and us, you know, reading and raising our consciousness and frequency, taking things, implementing things in our lives, guys, you end up being like this with the shit. Can't nobody really get nothing past you, fam. They can't. But you gotta sharpen that skill set. You gotta sharpen that sword. Tammy says, I'm still here for a reason. 3 attempts on my life. Absolutely. If it meant girl, absolutely. That is a sign. Okay, you have a job to do, Tammy. You got work, you got something to do here. Ragnarok says, I was naive too. Was manipulated, exploited. Now my guard is up and guys call me crazy. I'm good. I'm telling you, my own dad, I've had to really just, hey, it's different over here. You will think twice before you try to run any type of game on me. I mean, if you're smart. But if you ain't smart, you'll see. Because I feel bad for people. I feel so bad for people that think they're smart. You'll see. Because I feel bad for people. I feel so bad for people that think that they can, especially a person, and I'm just being honest, a person that's actually doing the work, that's working on themselves, that's implementing different skill sets, that's raising in consciousness, awareness. You can't, and I've always been intuitive, fam. I just slept on myself. I've always had a strong intuition. I just slept on myself. Now that I know who I am, child, listen. Now that I know who I am, you really can't do it. You can't. And so that's why I talk so much about it, because we need to adopt this skill set, especially if you're a good person with you got a good soul, you're an empath, you're out here trying to, you know, walk in your purpose. Some people don't like that shit, fam. Some people don't like seeing you shine. And you got to be aware of that. Everybody's not going to love you. Yeah, people will love you, and we love them back. We love them. I love the people that love me. But I'm also smart enough to know that there will be people that don't really, like they say yeah, you know. And then there's people I don't know in the shadows that probably don't like what I'm doing. But the point is, I don't give a shit right either way. But I feel for this girl because she really gave her heart and her trust to these people. And now they're trying to like really sabotage her name. And it's sad, fam. People need to go find their own thing. Like, the girl's intelligent. She has a lot of wisdom. And some people, they don't like that shit. They want you to stay. They want you to stay where they're at. They want you to stay stuck. They don't want to see you rise. It's sick, guys. It's sick, but it is what it is. It's real. It's really happening to people right now. Tammy says, head on a swivel all the time. Yeah, got to keep your head on a swivel, baby. And I'm not fear mongering. What I'm saying is I see how a person can let the wrong people in, and how it can, you know, but we alchemize energy though. So she said it too. She was like, I'm gonna just use this, I'm gonna just alchemize this energy and then continue to rise, because that's what we do, fam. That's what we do. We alchemize energy. If you bring some negative shit my way, all I'm gonna do is take that energy, fam, and flip that shit and make it a positive experience for myself, a positive learning experience, because that's what we do. Tammy says, you're right. We see the lies now. Yes, girl, I had to realize my dad is a narcissist that will never change. I had to realize that. I had to be really honest with myself. Like, yeah, that's your dad and you love him, but just look at him. You've given them chance after chance after chance. They keep doing you dirty, 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 dirty. When are you going to stop allowing that? And it got to a point I just got tired of it. It got to a point my soul got tired of it. My soul was like, I can't do this anymore. This shit ain't even it. We know real fulfilling relationships, and when they're not, we know it. We can feel it. We know this. Okay? I had to recently make some cuts. Okay? Because I knew it wasn't shit there. Some people, they just want to, they don't really deal with you, fam. They don't deal with you for real. They don't. We got to start being honest about this shit. We got to stop playing ourselves. We play ourselves. We be knowing, we be having all the intel. Our spiritual team be trying to tell you, give you signs and all types of stuff. And we just ignore it. You feel what I'm saying, Jesse? And again, this is not I'm not fear mongering. I'm not trying to have nobody a paranoid and don't have no friends. What I'm saying is be very careful of who you really allow in your intimate space. because that girl trusted 2 people to help her because she was growing so much with her pages and stuff like that. She trusted, and she said these people were extremely close to her, and now they're trying to sabotage her right now. Tammy says, I can't be with anyone now. And that's okay, sis. That's another thing, guys. Sometimes you're meant to be in solitude. That's why I be telling y'all to trust yourself. Trust what you, if you feel like that's what's best for you, if that's where you have the most peace, where you need to be. Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if you are letting people in your energy that are disrupting you, that are bringing chaos and confusion, you gotta argue, you gotta over explain, it's draining. That's a sign that you don't need to really be dealing with that person. Your relationship should be peaceful for the most part. You shouldn't always be falling out and arguing all the time. If you are, that is a red sign. A red flag. I said a red sign. A red flag. Ragnarok says transformation happens in solitude. Stay silent, and that is the absolute truth. I was in solitude for about 2 or 3 years. I wasn't going out, and my friends, my real friends, understood. They didn't call me and be like, well, why you ain't coming out, or why you ain't, I want you to hang out. They understood and they respected that. See, stuff like that, your friends will respect your boundaries. They will respect your solitude. They won't feel bad about it. If you tell your friends, you know, right now I'm just sticking to myself, I need time to myself, they're going to respect that, and y'all still going to be good. Okay, but I'm telling you, my transformation literally took place in solitude. I started doing my shadow work. I started, loving myself and doing things. I got into gardening. I started making skincare products. I started doing things that I loved. I started having hobbies. I started researching my genealogy to find out who I was, all in solitude. So Ragnarok is absolutely right. Your deepest and best and most beautiful transformation will happen when you're in solitude. But the problem is some people can't be in solitude. They need other people's energy. They need other people's validation. They need other people telling them, yeah, girl, go, girl, cheering them on and shit. You got to get out. I mean, I ain't telling you what to do. Like I said, fam, I'm just letting you know what I know from my experience. And if you want to evolve and become a better person, and you really want to heal and grow, you can't need any of that. You got to be okay with being by yourself. Jesse says, I'm not afraid, just tired of the BS and done with the lessons. I feel you. We get tired of the same loop of shit. I was over here at one point complaining about my friendships, and some of them. And I'm like, girl, why are you still friends with this person? It's not going anywhere. Why are you wasting your time? You already know what it is. Your soul gets tired of being bullshitted. You will literally get to a point where you just don't give a damn no more, and you're willing to let everybody go that does anything that doesn't serve your highest good. You're willing to just let it go. And you don't care. You're not explaining shit really if you don't want to. I mean, that's how it was for me. I don't know about y'all. That's how it was. And I got to a point where I just want to release shit in peace. Like, I just want to have a peaceful release. That's it. But I feel you, Jesse. You get tired of the lessons. You get tired of the loops. Because whether you believe it or not, if you don't get the lesson, it will happen again. But usually it's through a different person, a little different situation. But it will loop around again. It will loop around, and you will experience it again. And then every time it happens, you're given a chance to see if you're going to make a different decision this time. Did you learn the lesson this time? Or is it on? Or are you going to go and do what's familiar and then repeat the lesson again? Ragnarok says, nothing is painful as grieving, mourning, and weathering than burying yourself to heal, kill ego. Yes, I had to do that. I had to go back in time. I had to go back to my childhood. My childhood was very traumatic, okay? As a child, I cared about what people thought. As a child, I was a people please. As a child, not wanting confrontation, not wanting to argue, wanting to make my parents happy. So I carried on those traits as an adult. And all that did was get me hurt. All that did was help me build resentment, because as I'm giving and I'm pouring out, nothing was happening in return for real. You know what I'm saying? So I carried that into my adulthood. I had to go back and address that. I had to build my confidence back up. I had to look at myself like, girl, you are the shit. Anybody that's in your energy that's a blessing to them. You are a blessing to people, girl. Are you freaking kidding me? I had to do that for myself because I didn't appreciate myself. I didn't know my worth. And that's what people hope. They hope you don't wake up to your worth. They want you thinking you ain't good enough. You're not smart enough. They want to put you under them and make you less than. But I'm here to tell you, don't let them people do that. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're small. Don't let nobody tell you can't do this. You gotta, I don't know. Anybody that's instilling doubt, get them out. Get them out. Your people should be hyping you the hell up, and anything you come up with, if you choose to share it, they should be hyping you up. They should be encouraging you. Okay? That's just my opinion, fam. That's what I'm on. My friends be hyping me up. I'm for real, Jesse. I ain't playing. Ragnarok says, lessons come in patterns. It comes hard when you ignore. Yes, fam. Absolutely. That's going up on the pin. Whether you want to believe it or not, you can keep skipping the lesson all you want. You can keep avoiding it all you want. I had to tell myself that, trying to avoid, because I don't like confrontation. Trying to avoid stuff. Thank you, Trina, for the heart. Love. You can avoid it all the hell you want to, but it's going to come back again. Okay? You can deal with it now or deal with it later. Point is, you're going to have to deal with it. So why not just get it out the way and do what's best for you at the end of the day? Ragnarok says, I traced myself 5 generations to trace my genealogy, made peace with the inner wounded boy. Child, let me tell you, I was able to trace myself back, my lineage back to the 1600s. I was able to find out not only what tribes I'm from, the wonderful, magnificent, special beings I come from. So you know what that did? That pumped a huge amount of confidence in me. Like, I come from these people? Like, what? Because for a lot of us melanated people, we were told we come from slaves, right? But that's not true. All of us don't. Some of us did come from slavery because it was that. They did have that back then. But some of us did not come from that, fam. We did not come from Africa. We came from here. Our ancestors were in the Americas. So that's why I speak so strongly about doing your genealogy. Find out who you came from. Because for me, it gave me a huge boost of confidence, okay? It is crazy, fam. But knowing who you are is so important. That's the first thing they really try to take away from you, is who you are. They want to tell you who you are instead of you knowing who you are. Know who you are. Don't let nobody tell you who you are, because most of the time they lying. But that's dope, Ragnarok. I love that for you. Hey, Trina. Tammy says we have to work through it. We do, and it's not easy, guys. That's why I love what I do. I love sharing my content. I love doing my lives, because my heart's desire is to help someone along the way, whether it be with some information, whether it be just us relating, us being able to connect on and be able to resonate with each other. That to me, it's like, for me, when I find people like you that resonate with the journey, that have done the work, that are, even if you're learning about shadow work, if you're learning about just anything, you're just on a quest to find a better way of being. I love running into you guys because it gives me hope, guys. We are really trying to get our shit together. We're not playing no games. We know that it's gonna take work. It's not gonna be easy, okay? Sometimes you will be triggered. Sometimes you'll be taken back. Sometimes you'll have to redo lessons. But the point is, you are trying, fam. You are trying, and you see that work needs to be done. Some people are so stuck in their ego that they think they got it, baby. Can't nobody tell them shit. Can't nobody teach them anything. Those are the kind of people you have to be very, very cautious of. Because my thing is, that lets me know you're in your ego. You should, in my opinion, we're forever students. We're students. We don't know shit about this planet. Thank you. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, guys. Listen, fam, I'm being honest. All we know, honestly, is what we've been taught, what people have scribed in their opinion, even if it's really even them. We don't even know if somebody else scratched out what they wrote and wrote their own version. The only real knowledge we have is knowledge of who we are. That's why I'm very humble. I can learn from anybody, okay? And I know a lot, but I know I don't know everything, fam. Some people walk around here like they just know everything. No, the fuck you don't. And if you think you do, life will humble you, baby. Okay, you will be humbled. I don't got to do shit but keep existing. I don't got to tell you that. Life will show you. That's why I'm very humble. I take teaching from anybody. You got some good information that's valuable. Yes, I'm listening to you. I want to hear what you got to say. Tammy says star serious. What about the serious star? Tammy says spiritual person now. I love being spiritual. I love the spirit. I love spirituality. I love pondering. I love using my intuition. I love connecting with my ancestors and my guardian angels and the Most High. I love grounding. I love being out in nature. Today was so beautiful, guys. Y'all listen. If you go to my stories, I put up a video. Tell me why today in my backpack, I don't even know how this ladybug got in my backpack, fam. I'm at work. I'm just doing my thing. And a orange ladybug just comes out of my backpack. So you know me, I went right to Google. I said, what is a spiritual spirit? I know it means something. That's the type of awareness you have when you really are tapped in and you really are looking at everything and you're aware. You'll look at, for some person that just would have been a orange ladybug. Oh, a ladybug. But hell no, I was like, oh no. I was like, what spirit trying to tell me? And it was so cute. I wanted to keep it. I was trying to like get it and take it outside, but it wouldn't get on the damn napkin. It wouldn't get on my finger. It just wouldn't let me take it outside. So I said, hey, you just gonna be in the office. But we hung out. We hung out at work today. But it was so beautiful, guys. And the meaning of it was so beautiful. So it was such a confirmation for me. And that's how the Most High will, your spiritual team, that's how your people will guide you. They'll do things like, I mean, how the hell, I'm not saying it's impossible, but how did this ladybug get in my backpack? Like, what? Beautiful, fam. Beautiful. Tammy says, I believe now I have witnessed some strange stuff. Yeah, you will. And it's crazy because when you look back on your past, like sometimes I'll think about something that may have happened in my past, and I see how my people were, my spiritual team, my guardian angels, I see how they were trying to guide me, and I just was not listening. I was not listening. I was just going through life, floating around, just floating around. Your people will warn you. They will send you warnings. They will send you confirmation. They will send you thoughts. They will send you dreams. They will send you occurrences. You will be sent things to be able to figure things out. The thing is, you got to just be paying attention. Roseanne said, don't be talking about my Bob fam. Like, yeah, this getting long, baby. Look at that hang time. I'm getting a retwist this weekend. You know, my birthday's coming up, guys. I'm gonna get real cute, okay? I don't really want much, guys. At this moment in time, when my birthday comes around, I'm just thankful for life. I'm thankful for my good health. I'm thankful for my family, okay? I'm thankful for the most important things. I don't really care about, it's not even about like celebrating the day I was born. If anything, I'm gonna get cute, you know, because that's just what we do, you know. It's a reason to get real cute. But outside of that, I'm probably gonna have a nice dinner with my family, just be with my family. I've learned in this spiritual walk, I've learned in this journey, you should be, if you in your right mind and you are conscious and you're awakened and you're awakened enough to see what you need to do for yourself and you're willing to do whatever needs to be done, guys, you're blessed. You're blessed because there's so many zombies walking around here. There's so many zombies that they're not trying to do no work on themselves. They're not thinking. They're just trying to, you know, I don't know what they're doing, fam. So be thankful that you, at this moment in time, that you decided to wake up, that you decided to get serious about yourself, that you decided to start taking responsibility for your actions, that you decided to get out of your ego, that you decided to do your shadow work and heal your inner child, that you decided to do all these things. Because there's so many people that don't want nothing to do with it, fam. They don't want nothing to do with it. And if you tell them they need it, they're going to look at you crazy. They're going to look at you like, who are you to tell me what I need to do? Whole time you're just trying to help them. That's why I'm telling you, I don't cast my pearls among swine no more. I come to the people that really love what I do. I don't cast my pearls among swine no more. I wish the fuck I would try to talk to somebody and help them and they don't even want to help themselves. Absolutely not. No way. Ragnarok says, I attract elderly people who see my light. They tell dude you're blessed. I love elderly people. Elderly people, man, I'm telling you, they are some of the best people to talk to. I really love them. Like, I love them down. Like, I love to talk to them. My father-in-law, when he visits, I'm like cooking. I'm just like pampering him. They're special, guys. They're a gift. They have so much wisdom and knowledge. That's the thing. Our ancestors didn't really, well, at least mine, they didn't get to pass down a lot of wisdom and knowledge to me. I had to go in and I had to go find it. I had to call my grandpa. I had to call my auntie. I had to call them and question them down. Because when I was doing my genealogy, I needed to know birth dates. I needed to know information. So I was harassing all of them. Like, hey, and see, my mom is deceased. So I needed to know things about my mom and what type of woman she was and stuff like that. So you guys, if you have your elders around, pick their brain. Go have lunch with them. Go talk to them. Go ask them questions. They have a whole, man, they're so valuable, fam. They have so much knowledge and things to share with you, but you just got to tap in, okay? They are very, very, very valuable. Ragnarok says, I sleep with a pad on bedside. I note and pay attention to dreams. Me too. And you know what's dope? Like, what I'm noticing as I don't do this anymore, right? I stopped doing that. I noticed as I stopped doing it, I feel like my brain is like, it's like healing. It's like, okay, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna have a disclaimer. There's nothing wrong if you do that. I'm not telling you that you're doing anything wrong, but I will be honest with you, because in here we keep it $1.50. We don't be lying. I don't be lying to y'all. The stuff that's grown in your backyard is good. The stuff they selling us, I think it's and this is what I think, guys. I think they're selling it to cloud your mind, to cloud your pineal gland. Because how is it that when I stop doing it, my dreams are more vivid and I can remember them? But when I do it, I can't. Now, come on now. I'm just going off the evidence, okay? Because that's what we do around here. We scientists, okay? I'm not going off what nobody else said. I'm going off of what I experienced, fam. Be careful, guys. Anything that they promote heavy, you gotta know it's not for your greatest and highest good, fam. You gotta know that. If it's legal, child, listen. It's not to your greatest and highest good. If it's coming out of your backyard, that's one thing. But once it comes out of a store, who knows what's happening to it? All I know is when I stopped, I'm able to, not only I'm dreaming more vivid, but I'm actually able to remember more of my dream. And it's getting better as the longer the time goes, it's getting stronger. So you got to pay attention, guys. I know it's hard though, because I like to do it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But it comes to a point, what's more important? Your carnal nature, what you like to do, or elevation? Which one? And everybody has to choose. I chose, and it's not easy, guys. I miss it, okay? But I see the bigger picture, and I see how doing it's hurting me. I'm very intuitive, guys, and that hurts my gift of intuition and being able to see. So I'm not gonna let nothing cloud that. I'm sorry, I'm not. Roseanne said I was referring to the lady in the backpack. Child, listen. You know I'm taking my time with these comments. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I read all the comments, fam. So if you want to speak to me, you got an opinion, please add it in the chat. I love reading y'all comments, okay? But child, you was late. But yes, I had a whole orange ladybug. The thing just crawled out my backpack. I said, child, where is this? I was just like, how did this get in my backpack? Like, what? But you know, I went to go check the spiritual meaning of it, because there's no such thing as coincidence, guys. There's no such thing. That ladybug was there for me to do that, and did. Trina says, that was my grandma. She passed away at 99. We wanted to have the 100th birthday party for her. Oh man, she lived a long, good life, girl. I'm telling you, elderly people are some of the sweetest people. They'll have you laughing. The stories they tell, oh my God. My grandpa be having me rolling, y'all. And my grandpa's like 85, and the last time I went to go see him, he was independent. He lived by himself. He cooking. He walking around. He really amazed me, fam, because he's just so mobile and like independent. I'm like, okay, it gives me hope for me in my elderly years. If I come from that, child, listen. I'm in good shape, because he had me like amazed. Ragnarok says, I dream or think about someone, they call or bump into them in the mall or streets. Child, yeah, my dreams be like, some of them are just like crazy. Like the last dream I had I can't remember what I dreamed about last night because it's been a whole day and nothing really stuck out to me last night. But I noticed in my dreams now, I remember a certain part. And I'm thinking maybe the certain part that I'm remembering is important. But I had a dream like I was in a house, like a new house. And I said, okay. Okay, I'll take it. But it was weird. The house wasn't just an ordinary house. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but I was just like, okay. All right. But I've been putting things together. I've been putting that out into that energy out into the universe. I've been exuding that energy anyway. So I already know what's coming. Tammy says, I think 5G towers messing up with our dreams. I think so too. I think the Wi-Fi is. Yeah. If you have a Wi-Fi router in your room, fam, I would not do it. I recommend that you put your Wi-Fi router as far away from your room as possible. Even these phones, Tammy, I think even the signal from these phones is doing something to us too. You know, that, like, you got to understand we are the people that have all this stuff set up. They know what they're doing. They don't want you to get those downloads. They don't want you to get those dreams. They don't want you to get those rays from the sun. They don't want you to get those downloads. They don't want you to get those upgrades, fam. The other night we had a strawberry moon. I go out because I was gonna moon gaze. I was gonna put some water out. I was gonna get me like a mason jar of water and set it out in the moon. I was gonna put some of my little crystal bracelets out there to recharge them. Child, it was so many clouds everywhere. Like the moon was cloaked. They really try hard to block you from getting what you're supposed to get from nature. But this is the gag, and this is the thing. They could never stop nature. See, the upgrades are in your DNA. They can't stop that. They tried with the jab. That's what that was about. I don't know if y'all know that. That's why I told my parents not to get it, but they didn't listen. And this is no shade if you got it, okay? Don't feel bad if you got it. Don't feel bad if you got it. If you got it, it's done. But I'm going to let y'all know that's what that jab was about. They knew this time was coming. They do not want you to ascend. They do not want you to evolve, fam. Okay? And they got desperate. And they're very desperate. They're still desperate. And they're hoping that you are, because that was all fear tactics. That was fear mongering. Because, child, I remember my job was like, oh, they tried to press me. They tried to press me. They was like, oh, well, if you want to still work here, you got to get it. And I was like, well, I have a religious exemption. I'm not even religious. But I used it and did. I'm not getting that. Fam, I'm not getting anything from these people. Y'all, use your discernment. Use your intuition. If it feels wrong, it's wrong. Anything that's trying to scare you or force you into doing something, it's wrong. They got so desperate, they tried to they put people's jobs on the line. Why would they do that? We got to ask yourself, why would you if it's optional, why are you threatening me with my job? And you know I have a family, you know I got kids. You know I need this job to survive. Anytime they do anything, I don't trust shit they do anyway. I don't trust whoever is over this system. I don't trust them because I already know what it is with them. But you got to ask yourself those questions. Do you know during that time, me and my family had to trust in the Most High? Do you know that you will be tested to see if you really trust in God or not? Because some of y'all, and this is no shade, some of y'all say y'all love God and you trust in God, but then when you're given the opportunity to trust God, you don't. You trust man. That's what I'm saying, guys. You can't hide. You cannot hide. I swear you can't. You cannot hide your true heart. You cannot hide your intention. You cannot hide, baby. Because life will test you to see what's really, really good. Oh, yeah. What's good? What's really, really good? Because if you trusted in God, you would have trusted. I mean, this is no shade. You wouldn't have got it. I didn't get it. My family didn't get it. And you know what we did? We looked up some natural herbs and remedies to get through it. And our whole house had it. And we lived. Okay? That's how the Most High will look out for you. That's why I be telling y'all, don't be afraid, guys. Trust in the Most High. Stop trusting in these evil, wicked witches. Because all they doing is siphoning energy. All they doing is harvesting your energy. All they're doing is trying to stop you from your evolution. Okay? And trust in God for real. And know you're going to be fine. because that's what we did, and we made it through that. We made it through. Trina says yes. Tammy says Black Mirror phones. Yes, these phones, fam. These phones, I think, interfere with our sleep. Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi router interferes with your sleep. Any electronic, your TV. That's why I be telling my husband, I want to sleep with nothing on. Nothing. Silence. Because even I noticed when the TV is on, sometimes the show will go on, it'll like intercede you in your dream. You'll be dreaming, but you won't really be dreaming about what you should be dreaming about. Whatever's on the TV will seep in your dream. Be very mindful of that, guys. Trina says they big mad. They huge mad. Because they thought the jab, they thought all this like shit that doesn't matter, you know, race wars and all this stuff, because it's all created. This is a big stage, guys. This is a play. Okay? They literally have, on TikTok, there's a video, this guy is telling you they're hiring people to go downtown LA to be in those riots. They're hiring people. So you got to ask yourself, well, if it was real, why are they hiring people? Because they create the chaos. They create the confusion. Okay? So yeah, they're big mad because we're starting to wake up and we're not falling for the bull anymore. We don't care. We care about our families. We care about, you know, growing our own food, being self-reliant, you know, reading and becoming and learning things and new skills and da-da-da-da. We care about that. We don't care about what they talking about no more. They don't have the control. They don't have the control over our minds like they used to. And they are, in fact, big mad. And that's okay. Let them be mad. Tammy says, yes, they're cutting off the God gene. I'm telling you, that jab, listen, some people may think it was just something that happened, but it was literally a mass. They used fear. They know a lot of people are afraid. They don't want to die. They're scared. So they use that. And a lot of people fell right into their trap. A lot of people ran. They couldn't wait to get to that clinic to get that shot. I don't want to die. The whole time, when it's your time, it's your time. And there's nothing you can do about it. Once you really understand that, you stop being afraid. Because again, when it is your time, it is your time. And there's nothing you can do about it, fam. So why not trust in God? Trust in the Most High. I call God the Most High. Trust in the Most High. Do what you can on your end and make it, or don't make it. But 10 times out of 10, you're going to make it. Trina says they thought it was going to be to dumb people down. Exactly. All it did, listen, when 2020 came, I'm going to tell you what I saw. I saw people getting PPP loans, starting businesses. I saw content creators quitting their jobs because they were doing so good making content. People broke free. That's what they didn't think. They thought that it was gonna ruin people. It was gonna, you know, have us in a chaos, and it did. They tried, but a lot of people broke free from their system. See, they wasn't thinking about that. But you know, they think they know everything, but they really don't know nothing either. They don't know nothing. They're arrogant. Rosin says, and then says it was voluntary. Exactly. How the hell was it voluntary when you're at my job telling me if I don't take it, I'm not going to have a job? Like, fam, make it make sense. I said, no, I don't want to do it. That means, no, I don't want to do it. Not, no, I don't want to do it. But then you telling me I got to do it. Come on now. And I told my husband, I was like, if they play with me, I will walk away from this damn job. They can play all they want to, but you know me, I found me a nice little religious exemption. Don't play with me. Don't play with us. We gonna find a way out. We gonna wiggle our way out. You wanna know why we are gonna do that? Because we're resilient, guys. We make it through all kinds of things. Listen, if you lived in poverty, listen, fam, I've lived both sides. I've lived a good life when I was a child, and I lived a life of poverty. So no matter what, I'm gonna survive. I know how to get in either bag. I know how to survive in either bag. See, that's one thing they don't count on. When you've lived in poverty before, you know how to operate. It ain't nothing. It's nothing new. We know how to get through it. Like, come on, fam. It's funny because they kept us down only for us to get the training. So it's like you living good, like, okay, now I'm living good, so it's good, but I know how to survive, fam. I know how to survive. It's wild, fam. It's wild. Tammy says, do the opposite of what they ask. I tell y'all this all the time. If you're new to me, you will hear me say this multiple times. Roseanne will tell you. I've said this. They say go up, I'm going down. They say go left, I'm going right. I'm never going to go where they say go. I'm never going to listen to what they tell me. And why is that? Because I use my intuition. I know damn well that they don't mean me any well. So knowing that they don't mean me any good, why would I listen to anything that they suggest for me? That's how you got to think about people in your circle, in your family, because they show you how they feel about you, fam. And if you know they don't really care about you, why would you listen to anything they tell you? Why would you consider any advice that they give you? You know they don't like you like that. You know they don't really care about you. Come on, fam. Stop doing that. Stop doing that and start listening to you. Start doing what's best for you, because people sometimes they don't want you doing that. As long as you're available for them, as long as you can work for them, as long as you can give them, they're fine. But as soon as you start withdrawing your energy and start pouring into you, oh baby, they don't like that shit. But that's too bad. Shauna says they who before it got dismantled. They who before it got dismantled. I don't know. I said, I'm trying to understand. I don't know what you mean, but all I know is they had us messed up, and they effed around and they found out. Tammy says the reptilians are showing themselves now. Oh yeah, they can't see. The thing is, as this planet is moving higher in vibration, whatever cloak they have, it's not really as strong anymore. So we're gonna start seeing things. People are not gonna be able to hide themselves. And if you want to look at it on a spiritual level, that way too, spiritually, if you're not a good person, if your intentions are not good, you're not going to be able to hide it. You're going to be exposed. It's just like the reptilians. They thought they cloaking, they human, like fam. We're starting to see y'all. We know y'all here, y'all. They've been here. The thing is though, now that the planet is raising in frequency, the cloak ain't really cloaking like it used to. But you're right, Tammy. A lot of stuff that was hidden is being revealed. They were who? I'm talking about, when I say they, I'm talking about the people that made us, that was trying to make us get the jab. Those folks. Exactly, Rosin. Let me go ahead and pin that, okay? Because this is for entertainment purposes only. It's entertainment. It's all fun. It's all fun and games, okay? We don't know what we're talking about. It's just entertainment. We want to have fun and laugh. Thank you, Rosin. You always looking out for me. Trina says it's a dangerous shot, made a lot of people sick. Girl, it took a lot of people out. And I feel bad for the poor elderly, because their immune system is already weak because of their age, okay? So just imagine how many elderly people it took them out. It took a lot of people out before it was their time. But it was their time because, again, like I said, you can't stop it. That was how their story was written. But in all actuality, if you want to be technical, they did that. They took those people out before their time, because had they not did that, a lot of people will still be here. Okay, a lot of people would still be here. But that's why you have to use your intuition, use your best judgment. If it don't feel right, I don't care if they threaten your job. I don't care what they threaten you with. Don't ever, and this is just my suggestion, guys. You do what's best for you, but don't let people bully you into doing something you know is not right. You know how many people I've seen on TikTok, or I saw on TikTok, saying that they were religious people, they were Muslim, or they were whatever religion, and they still did it because they didn't want to lose their job. Fam, that's why you got to believe in yourself. Know that no matter what happens to you, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about don't let them bully you. Don't let them make you scared. Don't let them scare you into doing things that you're not really, you don't feel good about it. Don't feel right. Listen to that feeling, because you're having that feeling because it ain't right. That's why you feel that way. Excuse me. Tammy says smart everything. Girl, I work for a telecommunications company. Do you know people chat me and they're like, I don't have any internet and I can't get in my garage. What? I don't have any internet. My AC's not working. What? I don't have any internet. I can't unlock my front door. What? Why the hell would anybody link internet to their lock on their front door? Why would anybody link that to their garage? Come on, fam. We got to use our common sense. Common sense, baby. Why would you link it to your AC? Do you know internet can go out? There's outages. Like, it's not a guarantee. You may have internet sometimes. We have outages. So every internet just doesn't work all the time. Sometimes you can have intermittency. You need a technician. So why would anybody in their right mind connect those vital things to their internet? And this is no shade, but that's what I'm saying. This gotta be on. This gotta be on, because that's dumb. That's dumb. That's not smart. But child, like Tammy said, everything's smart. They want your whole house smart, your smart garage, your smart refrigerator, your smart locks, your smart everything. And it's not even making sense. Why would I ever do that? I'm never doing it. Ragnarok says, also note people you meet and how you feel drained after meeting them or after a call. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Pay attention to that, because I'm not gonna lie to you. My friends, when I talk to them, after I talk to them, I'm hyped up. I'm spruced up. I'm feeling good. Okay? You should feel good after talking to your friends. You shouldn't feel like you just drained. You just spent the whole conversation. You're drained afterwards. You don't even have energy after that. You just feel like you just released. It's like you feel heavy. That is a red flag. Ragnarok is absolutely right about that. That's why I be telling y'all, pay attention to how you feel. I know people say they push more logic, which it's a balance, because you should use logic and reason, but you also should use your feeling, how you feel. You should know when to use what. Sometimes you do got to use more logic and reason, but sometimes you need to use how you feel, and sometimes you got to use all of them. Okay, all. Trina says, well, it's not over. They are fighting over religion. Girl, everything's meant to separate us, guys. Everything is meant to separate, because they know if we were unified, we'd be strong and we would be unstoppable. But people, because of their traumas and whatever they're going through, how they were raised, it's a plethora of reasons why people will not unite. They're going to always try to push separation. That's why I tell y'all, I like good people. I don't care what race you are. If you're a good person, you're an honest person, you have integrity, you have morals about yourself, I like you. I rock with you. I don't like people that are rotten and they're terrible and they cause havoc in other people's lives and they cause chaos and they cause hurt. Those are the people I don't like. But outside of that, if you're a good person, I rock with you. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are, what your preference is, whatever you got going on in your bedroom, that's none of my business. If you're a good person, I rock with you. And if we get back to that, I think that would help unify people. But, that's why it's good to have your own thinking. Don't let people, because a lot of this shit is programming. The shows, the internet, all of it is to program you to be a certain way. And all it does is promote division, literally. Tammy says, yes, I'm so glad you can see. Yes. Listen, I'm so grateful to be able to see. I'm so grateful that all of my skills and things is coming back stronger. I'm loving on myself. I'm very happy with my life. I'm happy with my, it's like it's like I tell y'all all the time, it's like a domino effect. Once you start taking yourself serious, you start having boundaries, you start being serious about the company you keep. People will you'll notice some people won't even want to be in your energy because they want you to be the way you've always been. They don't want you to change. They want you to be the same. You'll notice life will just align for you. The people that come in your life will be in alignment with you. Everything will just come together. But it starts with you. It starts with you working on self. Tammy says we are in purgatory. Now, child, listen. Some of us are, but some of us aren't. I believe purgatory, heaven, hell is a mindset. It's literally a mindset. Because how is it that I'm on the same planet as you? I'm on the same planet as other people, but we're having a different experience. Some people are living in a hell right now. They don't like life. They hate it here. Me, I love it here. I gotta be with my family. I'm doing what I love. I'm learning. I get to just live life and travel. Like I have no wants. I have no. I'm in good health. Like, come on, fam. I love my existence. Like, I don't dread it. So that's why I say purgatory. You're right, but it's in here. That's why I be telling you guys, clean this up. Clean this up, because this is what determines really your existence here. It could be a hellish existence, or it could be heaven, or it could be purgatory. It's all about your mindset. But you're right. I ain't even gonna hold you. You're actually correct. Trina says, I think they were trying to alter the DNA, but it didn't go the way they thought. Absolutely. That should have taught them something. They should have learned from that. They should have learned from that. They think this is how the ego will destroy. That's why the ego, it is the worst thing to move an ego, because that will literally destroy you. They think that they're so powerful that was going to just do what they wanted. Do they know that there are people like me and you and the ones that didn't take it? We're not going for it, fam. I don't care if I would have lost everything. I wouldn't have done it. I was never going to do it. I was never going to do it. There's some of us that we're just not going for it, fam. We're not. So as much as they control, they think they have, and they do have a bit of control, but they can't control all the billions and millions of people on this planet. Are they insane? Are they really insane? Do you think, like, even when it comes to history, right? They burnt our history. They got it in the Vatican. They buried books. They burned books. Just think about the ego in that. You thought that they thought they can burn books, bury history, and we wasn't going to find out. They'll never win. Nature will always win. We will always be given the knowledge, whether it be in a dream, whether it be however the universe decides. They cannot keep it from us, guys, but they don't get that. They ain't got that on. That ain't on. So all we do is get to watch them try and attempt and fail. That's what we get to see. Their failure. Trina says, right, girl, I'm telling you, listen, I told you I'm an observer. I just be looking at shit. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm telling you, I be seeing it from a mile away. And I just be like, I'm not participating. I'm not doing it. See, one thing, and it's another thing, voting, right? Some people, and everything's always dressed up as a good thing. Like, they don't ever be honest about things. They need your vote because that is very spiritual. When you vote and you're casting a ballot, you're spiritually saying that we don't even know these people, by the way. Have you met any of them? I don't know these folks. I've never met the president. I don't know who these people are, these senators and shit. I don't know who they are. I don't don't even know if they're real. Okay. But when you go and vote for these people, you're then saying spiritually that they are over you, and whatever narrative they're pushing, you're in full agreement with it. So karma doesn't really look at it like, oh, but you didn't know better, or, oh, you didn't know. No, you then align yourself with their karma because you're voting. You're actually saying that what they promote, you agree with, and then they have jurisdiction over you. You don't need jurisdiction over you. You can self-govern yourself. Some people give me shit because I don't vote, but I understand the deeper meaning of it. And no, I'm not ever. I did it one time, and the most I was like, girl, and I knew I was doing something wrong. I felt it. Okay, I knew I did something wrong. It's like, when you do it, and the most I'd be like, don't you do that? And you'll be given information to have a deeper understanding of it. Because I'm telling you, once we know better, guys, we do better. We just got to know. Because once I did it that one time, I said, hell no, I ain't doing that no more. And I have not. Tammy says, think about it as a program. It literally is, guys. All this stuff, I'm telling you, when you start seeing shit for what it is, it's like you see, and especially, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the plays never change, guys. Their plays, they're not even smart enough to change the play around. You could see it coming. You already know what it is. You just sit back like this. And you don't partake. You just let them do what they do, and they continue to fail. I don't know why they don't get it. I don't know. It's sad, guys. They're never going to win. It's a losing battle, fam. But they'll get it one day, I guess. Tammy says NPCs. Yeah, there's a lot of those too. That's why I tell you guys, I don't cast my pearls among swine. I don't do it. Meaning, I don't, like, if you're an NPC, if you're a person that's not really aligned with what I am on, I'm not going to spend my time trying to explain and trying to get you to see my viewpoint or none of that. I don't do it because it's useless. Some people are meant to be asleep. That's another thing. Some people are meant to be asleep, guys. Some of them, that's their life story. They're meant to go to bed. Everybody is not being given the gift of being aware and being awake to what's really going on. Healing and all the stuff we talk about. Everybody's not being allotted that knowledge or that understanding. So you gotta let people live. You gotta let people live their life. I had to realize that too. I have family members that are like that, and I let them go about their way. Go ahead, go do that, and I'm gonna do this. Because you'll end up hurting yourself trying to get people to see your way, trying to get people to realize this and realize that. Everybody is not meant to be on this walk, guys. That's why I said, if you're here, that means this is all, like I said, anybody you meet and they're adding unto you in any way, that is divine. This is a divine time. This is all divine timing. You were meant to be here. We were meant to be here together on this live tonight. You were meant to hear this. Even if you know it, it's confirmation for you. So that's why I let people that fuck with me, that like what I talk about, I let them come on in. Yes, I love y'all. Come on in, baby, because we're going to heal together. We're going to climb together. We're going to succeed together. We're going to be resilient together. We're going to heal together. And we're going to elevate with the planet. Now, what other people doing, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I wish them the best. Tammy says, parasites, child, yes. So I'll be telling y'all, you got to be mindful of who's in your energy, fam. Some people are literally vampires or parasites. Sometimes they'll even be sent to take you off course. Be very mindful of people that try to pull you back into old habits. People that try to pull you back into old patterns. Be very mindful of those people. Because what they're trying to do is bring you back. Reel you back into doing the things you were doing. I'm telling you, and sometimes it's not even intentional. Sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. But just be very mindful of that. Be very mindful, because some people will be brought your way specifically to bring you back, to reel you back into old patterns and old beliefs and old habits. We ain't doing that. S says, I get like that with my family. Trina says, yes, I am the same. I just don't like people that take advantage. Me either. I don't deal with them. If we can't help one another, if it feels like it's one-sided, fam, and I know what that feels like, I don't have time for it. Because again, I'm going to go back to this. Your energy is very precious and sacred. Anybody that you bless, to anybody that is in your energy is a blessing to them. If they can't see that, that's their fault. But what you're not going to do is use the hell out of me and take advantage of me. And I'm going to sit and be dormant and know you're doing that and let you do it. We ain't doing it. Absolutely not. Trina says they are still feeling self-sabotage and childhood trauma, and they have a lot of healing to do. That is absolutely correct. I just ran across a video today. I wanted to do a stitch on it. I don't do stitches though, but she was actually talking about that. She was talking about how a lot of relationships are falling apart because one party is choosing to heal and the other party is choosing to not heal. Because I'm going to tell y'all, once you start healing and you're in a relationship, and I could speak on this because me and my husband been together for this makes year number 14. We had to be healing together because it's not going to be equally yoked. And when you get to a certain point in your healing journey, you're not taking, even your husband, wife, you're not willing to live in misery because the person doesn't want to take accountability. You're not willing to live in misery because the person doesn't want to do their shadow work. You're not willing to live in misery because the person doesn't want to be emotionally available. You're not willing to live in misery because the person is a damn narcissist. You're not willing to live in misery because the person doesn't want to see you grow and they want to try to sabotage you. You're not willing to live in misery because a person doesn't want to see you grow, so they want to stunt your growth and try to belittle you and make you feel small about yourself. You see what I'm saying? Once you start healing, your soul is not going to tolerate it, fam. Your soul's going to be like, absolutely not. Divorce. Expeditiously. That's why it's important that if you are in a relationship, fam, that you guys are both working on yourself. Yes, not just you, but him too. Not just her, but them too. Because eventually it's not going to work. The healed person is going to be like, I can't do this anymore. I got to go. And that's what we're seeing a lot of right now, guys. All these celebrity relationships that are just dissolving. That's what's happening, guys. What do you think happened with Drake and Kevin Gates? And I'm going to tell you, I don't even keep up with celebrity gossip. I look at it like, okay, when shit starts going on like that, you already know I'm going to look at it on a spiritual standpoint. Spiritually, what's going on here? What's this trend? Because one person is evolving and another person's not. Women and men are getting tired. We're tired of dealing with narcs. We're tired of dealing with people that suck and siphon and suck our energy dry. We're tired. And we've had enough. I'm just thankful that my husband is working on himself and we are both aligned with each other, because if it wasn't like that, I know me. The way I am, child, listen, I'm not sacrificing myself for nobody. I'm not sacrificing my happiness for nobody. And he knows that. And I know that about him too. But yeah, people are getting sick. We're getting sick and tired. Family members toxic as hell. They don't want to change. They don't want to grow. They want to just keep being raggedy and backstabbing and playing all these damn games and doing you dirty, doing you dirty, doing you dirty. We're tired. And we're not doing it anymore. And it makes it easy. Like, I don't feel joy in cutting people off. But when it comes to my happiness and my worth, I will cut a person off quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah. And I wish you the best. So yeah, we're done taking people's bull. We're tired. Ragnarok says angels in paradise are here on earth. Pay attention to consciousness. Angels are around us daily. Absolutely. That's why I speak to everybody. Like, even, I'm telling you, a lot of angels, you ain't got to believe me, but a lot of angels cloak themselves as homeless people, guys. Yes. You want to know why they cloak themselves as homeless people? Because most people don't respect homeless people. They don't even talk to them. They don't even acknowledge them. So it's smart that an angel would cloak themselves as a homeless person, because a person with a specific heart would talk to a homeless person. Okay? That's how I'm telling you guys, you got to open up that heart chakra. Yeah. You'll be tested. A random homeless person will come up to you and you can look at them like they crazy. You can look at them like they ain't nothing, but you don't know that could be an angel there cloaking themselves. That's why I treat people with respect. I respect all people. I don't act like I'm better than somebody. Like if I got a little extra, I'll give some food to a homeless person. I don't look down on people, fam. And I'm telling you, the same person you look down on could be the same person that this angel could have cloaked itself as, because they usually do that, guys. They cloak themselves as people that are not really noticed. They usually are not, they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be noticed. So it makes sense. That's smart. Most people are going to ignore the homeless. They ain't going to pay no attention to them. That's brilliant. Shout out to the angels. Shout out to the angels. But yeah, that showed me, like, that taught me a lot. That taught me a lot, just having humility and having my husband taught me that, because he talks to everybody, and he taught me to just have a heart for people. Don't ever ignore people. Don't act like you're better. We don't know what people have been through. We don't know what got them there. Tammy says God is showing us now. Absolutely. We're being shown so much. That's why I'm so thankful to be alive at this time. I know my ancestors wanted to be here during this time, because we have an opportunity to break out of this spell. Our ancestors were under a spell, okay? Lots of spell work was done against our people, our lineage, our bloodline. But we are the generation that gets to get out of the spell. We are the generation that gets to wake up and change shit and shake shit up. When I say I'm a black sheep of my family, I literally am. I'm the orphan child, the one that was sent off to the orphan house. But I'm the one that thinks differently. I move different. Me and my cousin, though, I got a cousin. We pretty, he right here with me. Him, my auntie, we kind of in the same. We're here. I resonate with them a lot. But outside of that, like, fam, I'm really her. Okay, I'm the one that's like, look, we about to get our shit together. I'm tired of this. We gonna do family reunions again. What's wrong with us? We let these people separate our families. We all moved, all spread out. We should be able to coexist and build together. That's what's coming. If you the kind of person that can't build, if you the kind of person that got hatred towards people, I don't know what kind of existence you're gonna have. It's not gonna work with what's coming. It's not gonna work with what's here. It's not. You're not gonna flow with this new energy that's here. If you don't know how to work with people, you're selfish. Good luck, fam. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get closer to my family so we can build together. We can have a legacy. We can leave our children property, and then we can leave them wealth, so they don't have to work like we are. Like, we got to work until our people got to work till they 80 and 75. That's crazy. Our elders should be living their best life. Their golden years, they should not be out here working at Walmart. But that's okay. We're going to switch it up. We're going to change it. Thank you, Turtle. That's cute. Thank you, girl, for the journey pass. I appreciate you. We gonna change we gonna flip the script, okay? because that's our job. We are supposed to do that. We are supposed to be the ones that think outside the box, that pull the family together, the like-minded family though. Let me say that again. Like-minded. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. But if you're like-minded, come on. We got you. Let's do this. Trina says, I put my name on the ballot. Trina! It's okay, sis. You didn't know. But again, everything's free will. Thank you. Sis. Like I say all the time, when you know better, you do better. Now, it's up to you to take the information. I recommend you do your own research. But what I'm telling you is real. This is shit they don't tell you about voting. They make you feel like you got to be a patriot. And then there's people that try to make you feel bad. Like, you didn't vote. No. I'm not voting for these crazy people. Most of them ain't right. They crooked as hell. And they don't care about me and my family. Well, how do you know that, Malia? Because it shows every year that we vote. Well, I don't vote. Y'all, whoever voted. When does stuff get better? Let somebody tell me in the comments. What does your vote do for you? Does it give your family wealth? Does it change your circumstance? No, it doesn't. So my thing is, if it don't do nothing for me and mine, what am I doing it for? Outside of the spiritual meaning, if we want to go take the logical route with the reason, take that route, what does it do for you? It does nothing for you. Absolutely nothing. That's right, Jesse. Period. Nothing. Ragnarok says, I was homeless, lost everything. Homeless fam took care of me and protected me. I'm telling you, there's some beautiful hard times, guys. We don't know why they're there. We don't know what circumstance got them there. I've learned to have compassion. I've learned to not judge. As long as you ain't crazy as hell, I got you. I can get you a hot meal. Okay, I can give you a little conversation. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I just always try to treat people like I want to be treated. And that has worked for me. Trina says, I knew it was voting for me. Child, listen, I voted one time and I felt the most high, like, girl, don't you ever do that again. What's wrong with you? I felt like I was doing something wrong, fam. And ever since then, I just never did it. Only to find out I wasn't supposed to. That's why I'm telling you, sometimes you won't even know why you're pulled not to do it, but your soul knows. Your soul knows, okay? You will be pulled not to do something only to find out later on why. And then you know what that does? Instill more trust in yourself. What does that do? Make you trust yourself a whole hell of a lot more. That's why I be telling y'all, listen to how you feel, fam. Your soul knows. If it feels wrong, you ain't supposed to be doing it. Point blank, period. And if a person calls you crazy, who gives a shit? See, one thing about people that I've learned, because I'm really into human behavior, I've really taken a liking to human behavior and how people act and all this shit. You really can't care about what people think about you, especially people that don't know you on a personal level, because they're going to always have an opinion about you. So why even give a fuck? Like, they don't even know you, fam. They're going to have an opinion about you. So why care? You know who you are. And not only do you know who you are, the people that matter to you know who you are. And that is the most important part about it. You couldn't care. You can't care. And you know what's crazy? The video that I saw earlier with the girl I was talking about, that she has a huge following, and two of her people that she was very close to, they're trying to sabotage her name. One thing that stood out to me is she told me, she said it in the live, that it triggered her and she needs to do shadow work. That let me know everything I need to know. I like her because she saw the triggers and she knows what she needs to do for herself. If anything triggers you, fam, that is a roadmap to what you need to work on. It's not that you failed. It's not that you're a terrible person. It's not any of that. All that is to let you know what you need to work on. Period. Ragnarok says, great catching up, time to tuck in. Okay, Ragnarok. Fun with you. I hope when I go live, you come slide in. I love the conversation. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I love doing this with y'all. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is so much fun, guys. I love talking about this stuff with y'all because the more we talk about this, oh my goodness, you're showing out, girl. Thank you so much. These are the conversations that I love to have. If you haven't noticed by now, I love talking, but I love talking about shit that matters, that will help you. Just even if you know this stuff, just remind you. Hey, J Mac, thank you for the you. This is, I'm telling you, I literally learn so much, not only just because I know, but just watching other people, watching what they go through. That's what I really believe that as we see people go through things, you're supposed to learn from what they're going through so that we don't make the same mistake. Really. We're not supposed to judge them. We're not supposed to talk shit about them, but we're supposed to be like, damn, sis, I see where you went wrong. I'm gonna make sure I don't do that. Because that's what I do. I feel for her. She's, like I said, she's a big influencer. She's very smart. I mean, sis got a lot of knowledge. And she was just on live trying to clear her side up, which, sometimes we don't want to have to clear our side up, but sometimes we do. Sometimes shit got to be addressed. I mean, I'm like that too. I don't like really having altercations with people. I like peaceful stuff, but I know some things have to be addressed. I can't run away from it. And she knew she had to explain, and she did. But, shout out to her. Trina says, our phones don't count anyhow. It's electronic. Girl. You're right, because the energy is in your signature. You ain't lying, Trina. You're actually right. The energy, the imprint, your imprint is in your signature that you write out. So if you want to be technical, I think you are right about that. But just don't do that shit no more, Trina. Don't do it, girl. Do it. Oh my gosh, y'all be having me rolling. Oh my God, y'all. But yes, girl, I was just talking about this big influencer girl. She was on live, and she's really known, and she's very knowledgeable. I love her content. Child, two of her closest people are trying to snake her. People will call you weird because you don't really have a lot of friends. You're not weird. You don't play around with your energy. You're cautious. You're smart. People, I'm telling you, everything that you should be doing for yourself, you'll have a person in the background telling you, you're too this. You're not friendly. What? They'll try to convince you that there's something wrong with you. The whole time you're just using your intuition. The whole time you're just paying attention. The whole time you're being careful about who you let get close to you. What? Like, that's what I'm telling you. You cannot listen to other people, and especially a person trying to tell you what to do. I can't stand it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've always been like this, though. I don't like people telling me what to do. I'll hear a suggestion. I'm not over correction. I can be corrected. I can. But what I don't like is other people trying to control people and tell them how to be and tell them what to do. I don't like that. Everybody should be able to do what they need to do for themselves without nobody telling them what to do. And y'all gotta be mindful. I'm telling you, there was a girl, I had to block her ass too. There was a girl that I met at work, and she was trying to do that. I don't do well with that. That's why I don't have a lot. Maybe that's why I don't have a whole bunch of friends. Because my friends that I have, you gotta be confident, baby. You gotta, hey, listen, there's a certain type of energy you gotta have with me. You can't be trying to tell me what the fuck to do. I've always been a leader. I've never really been a follower, never. And I will listen, and I will listen. I will let people guide me. I'm not saying I'm over that, but trust and believe I'm going to vet you the fuck out. I'm not just going to listen to anything. I'm not going to just do anything. I'm going to make the final decision. And if it's no, it's no. Some people don't want to be in your energy because you cannot be controlled. Pay attention, fam. Some people want to say you're difficult because you can't be controlled. Some people say, oh, you're just, you cause too much. No, I just can't be controlled. You can't control me, and you don't like that. You want somebody you can mold and do whatever the hell you want to do with them. This ain't that. This has never been that. Yeah, my boo J-Max says that part. Girl, I'm telling you, some people really just want to control you. They want to run you. They want you to do what you want. They want you to do. Those are the kind of people, fam. I'm telling you, we do not get along. We do not. I don't rock with those kind of people. Are you talking about Ye? Who is Ye? You talking about Kanye West? The girl I'm talking about, you don't know her. And she was at my job. She don't even work there anymore. J-Max says, I have dealt with it. I'm telling you, when you are very, let me tell you something about people like us. When you're very independent, you're very strong-willed, you have your own mind, you don't care about what people think. You're on your own path. A lot of people are intimidated by that because they're not like that. They got to be following somebody, or they need somebody to tell them what to do. They go to people, you know, and this is no shade, guys. Listen. Before, let me put this disclaimer out, guys, because I want you to know this is no shade. But I'm just speaking the truth, okay? Some people need validation. They need somebody to tell them this and that. You should not be that kind of person, fam. Well, you should be doing that for yourself. Now, is it something wrong with having like a person like me? Like I call myself a mentor, but I'm really a friend. Is it wrong for having friends that influence you to grow and do good things? No, it's nothing wrong with that. But if somebody's trying to control you or manipulate you, that's a red flag. That is a fucking red flag. Roseanne says, oh, never mind. Then I follow someone who had the same issue, because this is an energy that is running rampant. Okay. Do y'all know that we are dealing with an energy that is running rampant? A lot of us are dealing with these crazy ass narcissist ass life coaches that want to life coach you, but their whole life is in fucking shambles. Want to make you, change you, and you tell you what you need to do. No, fam. If anything, a person should be inspired by what you're doing. You should not be. Listen, fam. Listen. I had a whole man trying to, and I was very nice to him. I was very kind. He was trying to recruit me to child. Listen, I was at Walmart minding my own business, and this man was trying to get me to be a Jehovah's Witness. It felt like he was trying to sell me a car. See, that's not how the Most High's people work. If anything, you're not forcing yourself on people. You're just allowing people to come to you for whatever they feel like they want to come to you for. You're not trying to make them or make them believe what you believe. Like, child, listen, and my thing is this, and this is no shade to religious people, but that's usually what they do. They try to force you to believe what they believe. They want you to come to their church. Like, fam, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. But that's what they do. They're very heavy. Like, they want you to be up under their shit. They don't respect anything you believe in. And don't you talk about spirituality, because then they'll call you a witch. Don't talk about crystals. They'll call you a witch. Don't talk about anything other than the Bible. They call you a witch. Whole time, these are things that our ancestors, I know mine did. My people use crystal healing. They use that. They use nature. They did. So I'm just doing what my people did. But again, that's why you got to use your own judgment. You got to be your own judge. You can't let people persuade you. Do your own research. Don't believe what people tell you. Don't even believe what I tell you. Even though, know that it's coming from a real space of truth. And I'm not going to mislead you. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? But do your own due diligence, fam. Don't let nobody trick you. Don't get got. Don't get got out here. Trying to, put people on a pedestal and have people. I'm telling you, just protect yourself, guys. That's why I love doing this, guys, because I feel like right now, with all the spirituality stuff going on, if you go on TikTok, there's a lot of shit going on spiritual wise, lots of hoodoo and voodoo and all kind of stuff. And I'm not throwing any shade. I have no shade against any practice, right? You know what practice is good for you. But at the end of the day, I feel like we all have the ability to heal ourselves. We all have the ability to do the work for ourselves. We do. We absolutely do. But y'all, yes, today I was like, listen, we got to talk about listening to our soul. Our soul knows. A lot of the times you'll be deterred from something, right? You'll be presented with something and you just don't feel good about it. Listen to it. Look at a person in their eyes. A lot of us don't want to look people in their eyes no more. Look at these people in their eyes, fam. Child, you think I'm playing? One time where was I going? I think I was going somewhere. And I actually looked the person in their eyes and they look crazy as hell. Hey, TikTok mama. I ain't lying, y'all. I did. I think I was walking to the store. I promise you. I think I was walking to the store. Child, I looked the person in their eyes. They look crazy. I don't like looking people in their eyes, but I do now. Look at these folks in their eyes, guys. Look at them. Survey them. Check them out. Yes. Vet them out. Don't be out here just, you know, trusting what everybody say and all that. No, do your own research, please. But y'all, oh my God, we had such a good time tonight, guys. These lives always be lit, y'all. I can't wait till I get off my, right now they have my TikTok shop suspended because I was reading books. It was really lit, but we gonna get back to it, guys. We gonna get back to it. I hope y'all enjoy, my throat. I need some water. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. It's so good to see the fam in the building. Oh, J-Mac says me getting to Japan. Yes, my sis J-Mac is in Japan doing her thing. It's been so good seeing like her videos. She's somebody that left the United States and she went to Thailand and now she's in Japan and she's just doing her thing. She out there exploring. I'm telling you, we are not supposed to be afraid. We're not supposed to have any fear, guys. Our people traveled. That's what we did. We weren't just in the Americas. We were everywhere. We're still everywhere. I know I'm gonna do me some traveling. I ain't playing. Bella says Bella from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. How's the weather in Tulsa? I have a friend that lives in Tulsa. I don't know if he's there anymore, but he was living there. I know here in Cali, we had a lot of June gloom. I'm in San Diego. We had a lot of June gloom, but now it's starting to be super hot. I had to run my AC over the weekend. That's how hot it's starting to get up here. I think we're going to have a very hot summer. Oh, he says stormy right now. Okay. Well, enjoy the rain. Excuse me. Enjoy the rain, girl. I know I'll be sleeping good when it rains. I'll be sleeping good. I'll even listen to rain sounds like on my way to sleep. I might do that tonight. I might. But anyways, guys, I'm about to get dressed. I'm going to work out. I didn't work out this morning. I had to hurry up. I had to run. So I think I'm going to come back live and do a workout. Or I might just do it off camera. I don't know. But I need to do it. I'm going to do 30 minutes. Should I do it on camera or off camera? I don't know. But I got to do it, though. I got to do it. I got to stay down. I got to do my, I got to stay true to my routine. But thank y'all so much for stopping in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that came in, that showed me love, that gifted me, that tapped the screen, y'all. I really love and appreciate you guys so much. You guys make this so fulfilling. Turtle says, always love your thoughts. Bye. Bye, Turtle. All right, y'all. I will see you soon. Peace. My voice is cracking, y'all. I got to get me some water. Bye, y'all.